Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and what we're going to be talking about today is actually what I believe to be the most overpowered weapon here in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and what's interesting is this weapon was actually recently buffed, which makes it even better. Now, of course, I'm going to be talking about the M8A7 here, which is the final weapon that you unlock here in Black Ops 3, and as such, I feel as though not enough people actually know how powerful the M8A7 really is. So you unlock this weapon at level 55, and level 55 is, of course, the final level of your prestige. And if you're like me and you like the prestige, right, you like the sense of progression you get when you prestige and reacquiring your things and leveling up, and every time you get a little bit of score, you like getting that score because you know it's kind of like working towards something and whatnot. So if you are someone like me that likes the prestige, maybe you don't understand how ridiculously powerful the M8A7 really is. It's a lot like the M8A1 from Black Ops 2, but it feels as though like within the current state of Black Ops 3 that may actually be a little bit better because it's so consistent and so powerful and just so good. Now, I will say I may be a little bit predisposed to like burst weapons in this game because I've loved burst weapons in previous versions of Call of Duty. Going back to the M16 of Call of Duty 4 in Modern Warfare 2, to the Modern Warfare 2 FAMAS, to Type 95 in Modern Warfare 3, even more recently with Advanced Warfare, with the ARX-160 and the IMR. I love burst rifles. Even here in Black Ops 3, the XR2, I love that weapon. I thought it was great, but I feel as though I'm kind of silly for not really trying out the M8A7 as soon as I did, because what I would typically do every time I would prestige, like, okay, I'm level 55, I unlock the M8A7, hey, let's experiment with it a little bit. Yeah, this gun's fun, I really like this gun. Whoops, it's time to prestige. Let's go ahead and prestige. And I could have brought it with me. I could have used a permanent unlock token to bring the M8A7 with me, but I didn't realize how powerful it was at the time. Plus, there was other things that were like kind of higher on my priority list. Like when I first prestiged, I brought the Hater kill streak with me because I want to have that all the time. It's my favorite kill streak. And then with my second prestige, I ended up bringing with me the Ghost perk because I thought it was a very good perk. It's very powerful, obviously, and I wanted to have it right from the get because at the time I was experimenting with using Ghost with a silenced like submachine gun in ground war and just how effective that can be, and I just wanted to continue doing that. But since I recently hit 3rd prestige, I decided to bring the M8A7 with me, and I've been using it since level 1. And guys, this weapon is ridiculously powerful. You're seeing evidence of that here in this gameplay, and if you guys want to try out this weapon, I would highly recommend it, right? I think it definitely outclasses the XR2, which was actually recently nerfed. I think it outclasses that weapon in every respect. The only other burst weapon in Black Ops 3 that I think could possibly outclass it would be the 48 Dredge light machine gun, because that's a 6-round burst as compared to the M8A7, which is a 4-round burst. So that's a little bit better by the very nature that it's shooting more bullets, and it's a light machine gun, so obviously it's going to be very powerful. But the M8A7 is just ridiculously good. If you guys have not tried this out, I would definitely recommend it. The thing about it is, though, is a lot of people haven't really tried out because you get it at level 55. You have some time to experiment with it at level 55, but then it's time to prestige, and then typically people have other things that they want to bring with them when they prestige, so they don't bring the M8A7 with them, so they don't really experiment with it too much. I will honestly say that the M8A7 here in Black Ops 3, in its current state, at the time of this video going up and being recorded, so on and so forth, it reminds me a lot of the pre-nerf MSBS from Call of Duty Ghosts. If you guys remember that in Call of Duty Ghosts, when the game first came out, the MSBS was ridiculously powerful. It was basically a 3-round burst rifle that would kill in 2 bullets at almost all ranges. Now, it maybe isn't that powerful, but it feels a lot like that, right? It's just ridiculously powerful. You get a lot of consistent 1-burst kills, and yeah, I really love it. I love playing with this weapon. I love the playstyle. Now, here's the thing. If you guys want to try this out, right? If you guys want to try it out, keep in mind that burst rifles are kind of like a playstyle in of themselves, right? They're not going to be playing the same way. It's not going to be like a 1-for-1 conversion. Like if you're somebody that likes to run around a lot with full auto rifles, like maybe you're a fan of the ICR or the Man of War, the M8A7 is going to play a little bit differently because it is a burst rifle. But keep in mind, you can still rush with the M8A7 because it is still very good close range. That's the thing about it. You slap quick draw on this thing, or even if you decide to hip fire it, it's still ridiculously powerful. Just keep in mind, it is going to play a little bit differently than the rest of the assault rifles. If you're somebody that likes to run around with, for example, submachine guns a lot, if you're a fan of the VMP or the CUDA or whatever, it's going to play a little bit differently. But once you kind of master the playstyle of an M8A7 and burst rifles in general, which is typically stick back a little bit, maybe find some cover and pick people off at a distance, kind of keep a little bit of distance between you and them. Once you kind of get used to that playstyle, you'll realize just how powerful the M8A7 really is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of this video. I have come to the conclusion, in my own personal opinion, that the M8A7 is the most powerful, therefore the most overpowered weapon here in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And I would love to know what you guys think about this. If you guys had to pick a weapon here in Black Ops 3 that is more powerful than the rest of the weapons, what weapon would you choose? For me personally, again, this whole reason I made this video, I would say it's the M8A7, and I feel as though as the time goes by, more and more people are going to catch on to the M8A7. Like, I know the competitive Call of Duty scene has already caught on to the M8A7. I know a lot of people in Search and Destroy have already caught on to the M8A7, but your general Call of Duty community, like if you're playing Ground War, if you're playing 6v6 Dom, Kill Confirm, TDM, like those people you never see using the M8A7. You just don't, right? So I have a feeling as time goes by, more and more people are going to catch on to the M8A7, and I would not be surprised to see this weapon actually get a nerf in the near future. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Remember to leave a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.